Let's explore how Audio Design Desk makes sound designing and mixing your video super easy. All right, real quick, you're watching Video Brand. Special thanks to our sponsors for helping make this NAB coverage possible. Massive, Metricool, OpenReel, AdSpective, and Vestigit. Be sure to check them out. Links are in the description below. And now, back to the interview. What's up? I'm here with Jared from Audio Design Desk. Jared, let's show me what's up.
Yeah, absolutely. So first I just want to say Audio Design Desk is a new DAW that we built from the ground up specifically with the purpose of being able to very quickly and efficiently place audio to film. Right off the bat here, you might recognize this is Premiere. This is an Audio Design Desk, and I wanted to show that with our new release here, we actually have an extension in Premiere that allows Audio Design Desk to connect to it. So we can actually control Premiere's timeline within Audio Design Desk. That we are the first DAW to be able to connect to an NLE. So then we can easily import our timeline from Premiere just by selecting our timeline import buttons. Now that we have those in, we can listen to it. And right off the bat, I'm noticing that we have a really terrible dialogue take here. It's not just terribly acted, but it's also got a lawnmower going in the background here, so we can hear that lawnmower. So what we also created was a stem separation tool that we like to call Isolator. While it is really good for like removing drums from music stems, it's incredible at noise reduction. So if I drag this in, I select noise reduction, I can then, it'll then replace it for me. I gotta be in the main window here. It'll then replace it for me, and I can separate that stack it created, and we can see that we have that lawnmower sound completely split out. And if we solo this dialogue here,
Stand down, sir.
we now have incredibly clean dialogue right off the bat. So we can, I'm just gonna bring its mix down a little bit there. It was pretty hot. So now that we have that, we wanna start being able to add sounds quickly, like I was saying earlier. So what we like to do is I like to use my triggers window. In the triggers window, we have this sound design triggers pad here, and I know that I want that rise to this frame right here. I want that whoosh right into it. So I can select rise, and I now have it. Then I want a whooshy transition sound when the character starts to run at the security guards to start the fight, and then I want a hit right when the fight starts, just so the audience understands that this is going to be a huge action scene. So now we can play this. And maybe that works in some cases, but we're probably going to replace them. And instead of having to delete them and then find all new ones like we would do in any other system, we can actually just select these. We can press Command R, and I now have an entirely new pass of sound design elements. And I can press Command R over and over, or I can get really specific. I can go to my replace window, and I can select genre. I can say it's an action movie. It's an intense part of this action movie. And then we can select these, we press Command R, and we now have these intense action sounds.
Stand down, sir.
And does it keep these sort of like in the same category of like hit and
Absolutely.
impact? And,
yes.
Okay.
So one of the things we had to create was an AI that we call Sonic Intelligence that understands the difference between the waveforms. Mm-hmm. So when you drag in sounds here, it'll say that's a kick drum versus that's a sword clash versus that's someone talking. And in doing so, it is able to easily replace these sounds while maintaining that same category and keeping that sync for you.
And are these sounds coming from like the library that comes with Audio Design Desk?
Yes, so we have our own library. I want to say it's maybe around 60,000 sounds, but we release new sounds every week, so I lose track. And all the sounds are made in-house too, so that way it's an original library that you can't get anywhere else.
Okay.
And very quality because we make sure that we QC every bit of this.
And if you wanted to bring in your own, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. If you want to bring in your own, we have this importer. Just to show it off, I dragged in a stem of footsteps into the importer. Audio Design Desk was able to guess the metadata, which it guessed it was a footstep stem on concrete, which is perfect. That's all we needed. And then it also noticed all of the individual footsteps in that file. So if I were to select import to library, it would chop all of those individual footsteps up. So I don't have to worry about a stem anymore. I just only have elements. And that's a great segue into adding the footsteps here and the rest of our Foley. So we created custom triggers to help us add all that Foley elements because it is a time-consuming process. But we figured it would be nice if you could just drag a stem of body punches onto this forward trigger. It would chop it up into those elements for you, like we said, and then you can press the forward button, and then you have that punch placed right there at the point of your playhead. So since we could do that, we could go back to the beginning. I have whooshes on 3. So as I'm seeing the bag whip back and forth across the screen, I can press 3, and then we have a significantly faster way of adding Foley than anything we've been doing in the past. Or we could have a little fun with this and perform and create our Foley in real time, just by pressing the number buttons as I see the sounds happening. All right.
Feels like you're playing a video game.
Exactly, yeah. It's a little bit like a video game. It's a little gamified, but sound design should be fun.
Can you like map it to an Xbox controller or something? Sound design?
Maybe. I'm sure someone has figured that out there. One of our users has, but now I kind of want to try it. But we'll get back to that. Maybe that's next year's big announcement. So, but you know what? Maybe the sound isn't going to be 100% right off the bat. You can always nudge it. That's why we have that replace feature there. I noticed that the swooshes were too loud. But since we have this content-aware timeline because of the AI that knows the difference between sounds, we can easily just go to our select drop-down, go to subtype. I can select swoosh. All of my swooshes are selected. I press shift down 3 times. They're all down 6 decibels. I don't have to worry about moving them to the same track. I don't have to draw in any automation, no keyframes.
Kind of keeping the stem, like automatically stemming or sub-stems or whatever.
Because it knows what sound I'm talking about, so it's like all of them. Great, cool, they're all down. I don't have to reorganize everything by hand. I'm actually going to do the same with those body punches as well. But one of the other great new features that we have with Audio Design Desk is the ability to auto mix. So if we open our auto mix, we can set our target left level, and then Audio Design Desk will go through every individual region, readjust the volume on those to give us a great flatline mix right out of the box that we can then go through and zhuzh up a little bit, make certain sounds stick out throughout the mix that we want to poke out. Now, the last thing we need to tie all of this together is we need to add some music. And for music, we can just simply press the Z key, I have music. If I press Command R, I get an entirely new pass of music. Command R over and over and over, and we can audition thousands of different music cues to our video. We don't have to go to an online library or through our own library, listen to music, then bring it in, realize it doesn't work with the actual audition, then go back and download something else. We can do it all in real time right here in the box.
And where is this music coming from? From the library?
Still our library, yep. Yes, and we can actually compose our own music. So this is also going to be from our own library. We're very busy with this with our library. We can go to our triggers here. We can say music, and then we have beat, bass, chord line, lead, all these different elements of music to access. We can start with a beat. I want it to be pretty percussive heavy, so I'm also going to add some percussion on top of that. And we can play this. That's actually pretty cool right off the bat. Maybe we want to add a rhythmic element to it, so I can press P to get that rhythmic element. I think this could be cool, but I'm noticing that these are recorded at different tempos. So normally that would be a make or break in systems. You'd have to like delete a stem and then start over again, but we have tempo stretching. When I turn that tempo stretching on, all regions that have BPM metadata on them will be stretched to match my global BPM here, which I have set at 120. So now when I play this, now we have a fun score that's going to work perfectly for our scene. Maybe I'll just go back and add a bass line as well, and we can use a quick little hotkey. I moved my mouse by accident. So we use our hotkey right there. Cool, I'm digging this. I don't know about you. We could replace it if you want.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah, if you're feeling it, we'll keep going. So then we can unmute this. We can go back to the beginning. We listen to everything that we've created right here in front of you. Awesome, and then we can set our out point and we can export this back into Premiere to continue editing, or we could send this to Pro Tools or Logic or any other DAW to do a final mix and master.
And does it send all of these, I guess like if you modify the files, does it send all the files back to wherever you edited from?
Yep, it'll send them back rendered as well as their individual files. It's not going to be a stereo mix down, so you still have a lot of control over it. In fact, I just to save some time, I went ahead and did an export for us over here in Premiere, so my last attempt of this came in just like this in Premiere, which I could then just copy and paste over into my project, or it would actually import into it. But
all right, cool. I know you talked about you compose a lot of stuff, but is there any also future, like we're getting more machine generated, AI generated stuff? You see like something with AI generated audio, music,
Sure.
kind of come into play?
You know, yeah, that is a hot topic right now, and to fight that, we are making it easier for users to generate music, and so not only can we just easily compose things like here, we have this new Maker AI access that users can get a hold of. So with Maker AI, say your director doesn't want to go with this music cue you've created here in the end, you don't have to worry about deleting it. You can actually just bounce it out into its own little file right here, and you can upload this to our marketplace because someone out there in the world probably would love to have that music cue over their video. So our fight to the whole is AI taking over kind of a thing is to make it incredibly easy for anyone in the world to be able to generate their own music, sound effects, art, just art in general, and share it with everyone.
Cool. Sort of like a collaborative creation instead of robot creation.
Exactly. Yes. So we get more collaborative to fight it. You know, we join hands in that sense.
Cool. Where can people find out more information?
Yeah, go to add.app or you can go to maker.ai. And you can find information on us, and as well as you can download a free 30-day trial. We are very affordable. We have people always ask because there's a perpetual model and a subscription model. So for the top of the line bells and whistles perpetual, we're talking $600, and then the subscription is just $30 a month if you choose to go that route.
And perpetual, you get all the updates and future releases.
The way we're doing it is just all of like the 2.0s. You would get every 2.0 update, but when we go to 3.0, there'd be like a small little fee for that.
Upgrade
but then you get all the 3.0 updates from there. And you do still get all those sound effects every week that we're constantly releasing to you.
Cool.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
All right, you're welcome.
Thanks for watching the video. For more of our NAB coverage, be sure to check out the playlist right here and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode.